Good morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Tuesday, 18th of June. In this update, an expert says it would have been unsafe for a Boeing flight to make an emergency landing in Queenstown. It's thought a bird strike is what caused a Melbourne-bound Virgin Australia flight to be diverted to Invercargill. It experienced the problem on departure from Queenstown just on 6 p.m. yesterday and landed safely about 15 minutes later. Members of the public reported seeing flames coming from one of the engines and heard loud bangs as the plane took off. Newstalk ZB's Marcus Lush watched the plane land at Invercargill Airport with fire engines, ambulances and police standing by.
The most amazing thing was how many people were there. The city had come to a standstill with people watching it.
Meanwhile, aviation expert Jeffrey Thomas says Queenstown's mountains become an issue if they have to abort a landing. He says diverting to Invercargill was the safe and right thing to do. The Prime Minister's been reunited with his business delegation in Tokyo after being forced to abandon them in Papua New Guinea. Christopher Luxon resumes his Japanese business charm offensive today. He'll be looking to move on from the distraction of his plane breaking down. The government's walking back on its approach to transgender people participating in community sports. A New Zealand First national policy threatened to withhold public funding if sports bodies didn't separate trans athletes from grassroots competitions. Sport and Recreation Minister Chris Bishop will now take a watching brief after feedback from Sport NZ. Save Women's sports spokesperson Ro Edge told Mike Hosking it's disappointing.
We play sport with our bodies, not our identity, and we all know that male bodies are bigger, stronger and faster than females.
Green Party co-leader Marama Davidson's breast cancer journey highlights the importance of being checked. She's beginning treatment after it was picked up during a routine mammogram about a month ago. Davidson will undergo a partial mastectomy and will be off work for about 4 months starting after Matariki. Breast Cancer Foundation Chief Executive Arlene Rayner hopes this will get screening numbers up, especially for Māori and Pacific women.
Māori sitting at 61.1% and Pacifica women sitting at 66%. This is well below the screening target of 70%.
Assurances there will be safeguards in place to ensure granny flats built under a new proposal don't end up leaky or unsafe. The government has released a discussion document proposing changes to the Building Act and Resource Management System. Councils would have to allow buildings up to 60 square metres in certain areas without a resource consent. RMA Reform Minister Chris Bishop says all of the buildings would still have to comply with the building code.
The people doing the Building Act work will have to be licensed building practitioners or supervised by a licensed building practitioner, and there's a range of criteria to be exempt from requiring a building consent.
And in sport, 48th ranked Slovakia have upset 3rd ranked Belgium 1-0 in the Euro football pool match at Frankfurt. Romania have defeated Ukraine 3-0 in Munich for their first win at a major tournament since 2000. The Magic have overcome a half-time deficit to defeat the Steel 48-41 in the ANZ Premiership netball match at Hamilton. And the 3rd-ranked women's tennis player Aryna Sabalenka will miss the Olympics, saying scheduling makes playing the fixture impossible if she's to protect her health. I'm Neva Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.